I get your attention, please? We are going to begin in a couple minutes, so if you don't mind, find your way to your table and get comfy, and we will begin. Go to your seats, please. Just take your time getting there. Don't hurt anyone in the rush. But we need to have everyone find your seat, and we'll get started. We need to have everyone go to your seats. Remember, I was a teacher for 40 years. I can give detentions. I don't like to do it, but I can do it. All right, we'll just get started, and anybody that's still chit-chatting, please do it quiet enough that you don't disturb the people around you. My name's Andy Wolf, and I am the track and cross-country coach at Anderson High School, member of the Hall of Fame committee, and I'll be your MC tonight. My wife asked me if I was nervous, and I said, with Montgomery Inn doing the cooking, what can go wrong? And if things go bad, I'm just going to end the evening by saying, hi, this is Chip Dobson from Mason, and, but I think everything will be fine because it's a great group of people here. I'd like to welcome all of you here because we all have one thing in common. This sport was very important to us, either as athletes or as parents or as spectators, as Hall of Famers, whatever it is, the great sports of track and cross country have been very important in our life. And that is a common thread that brings us all here. I think that just makes it fun right from the get-go. I want to thank Montgomery Inn for being a great spot to do this. We have some great food and fellowship, and I want to recognize a few people in the audience. First of all, it's that time of year. We have to recognize Mary Weinberg and David Payne, who are here, Olympic medalists from Cincinnati. So Mary and David can stand up and get a little hand from the crowd, or a nice wave. Thank you. You brought a lot of fun to our lives. Also like to acknowledge any of last year's Hall of Famers who might be here. If you are here, please stand up and have a little applause for you. So if you were inducted into the original Hall of Fame, please stand up, and if not, yeah, there's Karen Cosgrove. Okay. Hopefully we'll have room, you know, the crowd of former Hall of Famers will get larger each year. Also, the members of the Hall of Fame committee who have worked, it's pretty hard to have a committee meeting at the Montgomery Inn with all that good food, but you know, we struggle through it. It's great work. So if the Hall of Fame committee would stand up just for a moment too, please. Thank you for your hard work. You know, part of the mission of the Hall of Fame committee is to improve our sport. Today, at Indian Hill High School, the Hall of Fame committee hosted a free cross-country clinic. Coach Tyson was one of the speakers. A number of the top young coaches and running minds from Cincinnati did sessions, and over 200 athletes showed up today at no cost to them, and as is the case with runners, always giving back. They all brought canned goods to give to the free store. So I think that's the start of a great tradition that the kids know that no matter how hard you work, it's always more important to give back. So that was a great start today. I'd also like to acknowledge a young guy who has made a lot of this happen. You know, many years ago, I got a phone call over at Anderson from a guy who just got to town to be a young coach, and he said, I got this coaching job at Finneytown, and I don't really know anybody. I don't know how to set up the schedule. I don't know who knows anything about track. But the AD said, call that guy at Anderson, he'll help you out. So I spoke to this young guy, and he seemed like a great guy, and he said, I need to get in some meets, but I don't know who to call. And I said, tell you what, we put on a lot of meets at Anderson. I just happen to know in the hurdle shed, in the track shed next to the Finneytown track, up in the rafters, is a Swedish steel pole vault pole. I nose around a lot when I go to meets. It's always important to know the geography. So I said to this young guy, if you bring me that Swedish steel pole, you can come to all the invitationals at Anderson for free. Just, you bring me the pole, you can get in. And I could tell from the conversation that this was a guy that he was going to be a career track man, that he was going to be a good coach. And that was Steve Nestor. And that first hint that I had of him was right. And he has been a great coach and a great visionary and a great mover and shaker in our sport. And Steve is the founder of the Hall of Fame committee. And I'd like to have a little, he doesn't know I'm doing this, but a Hall of Fame welcome for Steve Nestor, who made all this possible. Thank you, Steve. And that pole was still in my garage. And my son, who was an All-American pole vaulter in college, cannot get off the ground on it. So they get spoiled by that fiberglass stuff. All right. The first thing on our program tonight, it's a wonderful program, so please follow through with it, is the Lifetime Achievement Award. And this award is given to, well, it's self-definitive, a lifetime of giving to the sport. To introduce the Olberding family is the First Lady of Running in Cincinnati, a finer person and a finer runner you will never meet, Karen Cosgrove.
Thank you, Andy. Welcome to everyone that is here today. It's exciting to be up here, and I honestly have to tell you that I think I am more touched this year than I was last year. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame was a wonderful thing for me. But standing up here today, being able to honor a family who I think has shown us firsthand what life is all about is very special to me. And I know it is to the entire running community about what we are to bestow on the Olberding family. I don't know where we begin with all of this. What do you say as a mother, a grandmother, a sister, a wife, a friend, someone who works with others? What do you say when you unexpectedly lose somebody in your life? The first thing I could think of is we were probably all busy on that May day thinking about what we were going to do with our lives. And what's the saying? You know, things happen while we're all busy planning our lives. What happened to Maria was very sad to all of us. But what the Olberding family has done with that tragedy has done a lot for all of us. The community, the running community, the community at large. I want to personally, along with everybody else in this room and in the entire city of Cincinnati and tri-state, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and from the hearts of everybody who run and love running, love athletics, for sharing Maria with us. Maria was a wonderful lady who really, she exemplified what life was all about. And for you to continue on her legacy the way that you have done is to be commended. I don't think this award does you service. Thank you for reminding us all on a daily basis that it's important to hug your mom and kiss your dad. Think about the others surrounding you. Because the reality is you being able to do what you've done with the reggae run has taught all of us that life is what we make it. It truly is what we make it. And you truly have shown us that you can't sit back and let the past be in the way of what lies ahead. Maria is smiling on all of us, and especially to each and every one of you. You've continued living her life in a way that I hope I can show my children and my grandchildren just how to do it. You are one unique family who have done a lot for this community, and to have raised over $950,000 and given it back to this community says a lot. It's about paying it forward, and to take something negative, turn it into a positive, and to pay it forward is tremendous. So with that, I'm very honored to be able to present to you the Lifetime Achievement Award. And finally, I would like to close by just saying this. Thank you for continuing to share Maria with us. Thank you for keeping us upbeat, charged with vibrancy and irrepressible good humor. But most importantly, thank you most of all for your love for Maria, your love for each other, and love for all. God bless. Can't wait to see you at the Reggae Run. And if you would like to come up, we'll present the award to you.
Mr. and Mrs. Olberding, if you'd like to say anything, please feel free.
We thought each one of the children, or not children, each one of them